Hey, how are you doing? My name is Mark Levitt, and welcome to episode number 12 of my web series, What I'm Thinking. Now, I haven't really gotten any complaints about this, but I'm thinking I frankly have an overuse of my hand gestures during my broadcasts. So I like to declare a moratorium on my overuse of hand gestures. I really gesticulate a lot, and for some people it triggers them. They might experience an episode. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to reduce. This is just to demonstrate how out of control they can actually get. But I'm just doing this, as a before and after. Okay, all right. So don't worry. The hand gesturing will taper down during the broadcast. I assure you. Okay. So now let's get on with the broadcast. What do you guys say?
You stupid, ignorant son of a bitch, dumb bastard! Jesus Christ, I met some dumb bastards in my time, but you outdo them all. Get over there!
Okay. Well, anyway, let's go on with the broadcast, shall we? Now, this particular stop the hand emoji. This particular broadcast is brought to you by prescription drugs Ubrelvy and Latuda, because they have really stupid names. Anyhow, this week I was there's something in my eye. Like weird lash or something. Feels like it. Anyway, oh, here it is. It was a hair. There it is. Killed it. All right. Anyway, this week I was flipping through the TV channels, and I came on that movie American Graffiti. Now, why does everybody and their cousin think this is the classic of our time? American Graffiti, man. I'm like, why is this considered a classic movie? George Lucas, man. So George Lucas. So they can't explain it. For the life of them, they can't explain why this movie is the classic of our time. So then you ask them to name different parts of the movie to explain it. They go, well, man, Suzanne Summers is like in the movie for like 3 seconds. She mouths something to Richard Dreyfuss from out of a moving car. He can't quite hear what it is. Really? That's what makes it a good movie? No, but the whole movie, man, he's grappling with what the fuck the chick just said. He doesn't know. I'm like, yeah, and there's another car where Mackenzie Phillips is in the car with Harrison Ford. I'm like, well, does he save her from the Death Star or something? No, man, but they drive around, man. They listen to classic rock 50s tunes, man. I'm like, so why is this a classic movie? It's a slice of life, man. It's a slice of life. It sounds like a boring slice of life. It sounds like why am I watching this piece of crud? It's terrible. It's a snapshot in time. It's a boring-ass fucking snapshot. Ridiculous. I was wondering, I'm watching Saturday Night Live the other day, and I'm wondering, at the end of the show, is there anyone like me who hates that end of the show thing where, ever since I was a kid, when they end the show, I stopped using my hands. Here I am. Okay. At the end of the show, they always have that forced interaction between, the whole cast is forced to mingle on the stage while the credits roll. I don't know. Something about that forced interaction with celebrities in front of an audience always bugged me. I'm like, all that necessary chit-chat, the group hugs. Do we really think that Thor's Chris Hemsworth really wants to be trapped in a conversation with Kyle Mooney? Do you think these two men have anything to say to one another? I'm like, isn't it just the most awkward thing? It's like the whole thing was like some sick sociological experiment. And that's how you should take it. So from now on, when that show is ending, look at what's actually transpiring. I think you'll be like me. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell are these people doing? All right. On a side note, has anybody out there seen Tobey Maguire's career? I mean, that guy was riding high. He was on top of the world. He was like riding on Seabiscuit's ass first. Then he was Spider-Man, and now it's like, where is he? He can't even get one of those reverse mortgage commercials. I haven't seen him anywhere. I mean, he's just one mortgage payment away from, I guess, being on Dancing with the Stars. Maybe it's that whole Kevin Costner effect, right? Kevin Costner, basically, his career died when he started to bald up. When the man started to bald, his hairline receded. So maybe we should be checking Tobey Maguire's hairline to find out what the fuck is wrong with his career, because I can't explain it any other way. I mean, the guy has not been on anything. I guess it could have been, well, Kevin Costner's career died for a host of other reasons. You know, he kept picking these really bad concepts for films. He starred in a film called The Postman. I mean, I can't imagine a boring job outside of being a toll booth collector or something than a postman. He wasn't a FedEx guy, wasn't a DHL dude. No, he was a postman. I mean, what kind of suspense is there? Is he going to bring me an envelope or a box today? What do you think? I mean, that concept had no suspense or drama associated with it. Yet the man chose to pursue it. Ridiculous, right? And then it was on Waterworld, where they had to, the budget skyrocketed because they apparently had to waterproof everything, so it became insane. And all the thing was him like riding on a raft for 2 hours. Again, who wants to see that? Balding Kevin Costner on a raft out at sea for 2 hours. Lately, I've been watching HGTV, you know, that network, because there's literally nothing else on. So they have this show now, because of the coronavirus and the fact they can't make any of these new shows. They have House Hunters, but since they can't make any new episodes where people actually visit homes, they have basically 3 stand-up comics commenting on people, you know, looking for houses. So they have like people like Whitney Cummings, JB Smoove. They're just like commenting on these people's places, and they're shopping for places via Zoom. So they just they sit around bitching about these people's tastes in houses. I mean, so you look at a comedy like Mudroom. You call that a mudroom? More like a crud room. Or, I don't know, open concept? Yeah, there's an open concept right between your ears, buddy. I mean, that's the kind of a comedy. That's the kind of a comedy that you're looking forward to in this show, because that's the height of it. Last week, Kelly Ripa on her program, her morning show, she revealed that actor Josh Duhamel would play with her son for hours on the set of All My Children. So I was like, she was like saying that he was like, because he did that, he was apparently, you know, dad material. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that all sounds like innocent, normal behavior. 24-year-old man, the 6-year-old boy. Yeah, nothing wrong in that scenario. Nothing pervy about that. I mean, Josh Duhamel, what he was the living embodiment of Hans Christian Andersen. That's what it was. He was holding the 6-year-old boy literally spellbound as he regaled him with stories of Thumbelina or the Ugly Duckling. I mean, this man should be commended for his actions. He should be called a pedophile. He was a man among men. He had completely up and up behavior all around. All around. Anyhow, I guess that's been it for today's installment of What I'm Thinking. What I'm Thinking, brought to you by prescription drugs, Ubrelvy and Latuda. Get some Ubrelvy and Latuda today. I'll check you all next time. Until then, be safe, America.